Good morning, everybody. Here we're reading through Genesis 43 to 45. And I want to speak about, I don't, it's not a phenomenon, but it's something that I notice happens. I think we all do it. We tend to freeze people according to the last time that we knew them. We will freeze them in time. So somebody that you knew 5 years ago, when you meet them, you expect them to be exactly like they were 5 years ago. So somebody who did something against you, let's say 10 years ago, you still see them as that person. Although there's been 10 years of opportunity for them to grow and to mature and to be more than they ever were 10 years ago. Um, Sometimes we won't give them that benefit of the doubt because we just see them as we saw them 10 years ago. They're fixed in our mind 20 years ago, 40 years ago. But yet, if we stop and think about how much we've changed in the last year, maybe you haven't. And that's something to consider. And some people don't change. Some people are stuck in that place and they don't know how to continue growing. But most people do. Most people do grow. Most people do mature. Most people learn from experience. And those who are Christians, they're learning by revelation. They're learning by the Word. They're learning by the relationship with Christ. So they're learning how to love, they're learning how to forgive, they're learning how to show mercy, they're learning how to show compassion, they're becoming more and greater. It doesn't happen overnight, but over a period of time, it does happen. So this is what we're seeing is going on with Joseph, is that Joseph has his brothers frozen in time, and it's been a long time. He's got them frozen in time as these guys who abandoned him, who sold him, who abused him, and and he wants to know whether they're still them or not. So he ends up using his little brother Benjamin kind of as a scapegoat, and what he sees is our brothers that have changed. These are brothers that they rally as a family to come to Benjamin's defense. They're willing to sacrifice themselves for Benjamin's defense. They're there to protect their little brother. And Joseph must be looking at this. And if you guys had only been this for me, this is what I needed. This is who I needed you to be for me. So that when he does greet them, um, he ends up revealing himself. He's actually revealing himself to brothers that he had always hoped that he had had. Somehow Joseph is able to make this transition that he's no longer looking at these are the guys who sold me, but these are the guys who are protecting Benjamin. And he was able to see the changes in them. We can't all do that. Some of us really struggle with that, especially when it comes to people who've been mean to us, people who have hurt us. We can't see the changes in them. We can't see that person that we froze in time doesn't exist anymore, or they've evolved, they've grown, they've matured. And it's hard for us, especially when there's hurt involved, to let go of that image because we want that person to beat up on. We want that excuse. And with that unforgiveness that we've held on to for that person, it's we've put ourselves in a cage. We're hurting ourselves. Um, but to be able to come to that place of maturity, to allow people to change, to make allowances for the change that life brings, the maturing process, especially for Christians who should be receiving more revelation and learning even more what it is to be a follower of Jesus Christ, to love Him with all their hearts and to love everybody around them. Um, it is a progress, and I hope that you're on that. I hope that you don't expect to stay the same. I hope you don't want to stay the same. And in the same way, have that expectation of the people around you that they are changing, that they are growing, that they are increasing, that they're becoming more. In some ways, they might become less. They might let go of some of the good stuff. But at the same time, they might be discovering some of that good stuff and increasing in that way. So you guys be blessed today, be encouraged, and love you all.